We're back to the freaking old school days. We're back to the days, probably, 20 through 1:30, because we're fucking back at school. Now, the rec was kind of fucked today. So I moved all my shit in, I folded all my clothes. I left some shit at home I'm gonna have to go back for, but whatever. School doesn't start for like a week. But I had to get groceries. The fucking fridge was empty. So, pretty much the Kroger trip earlier today consisted of a variety of foods. Got some ramen, some tortillas, some bagels, some cream cheese, some Fruit Loops, whole milk, pack of Krispy Kreme donuts, 2 ribeyes. What else? Some sweets, some sushi. I'm gonna eat that when I get back. And probably some other shit, but fucking a lot of carbs, some proteins, some fats. That's all there fucking is to eat. So if you want to gain weight, you gotta eat fucking more. What the fuck is going on here? There's a cop behind me with his lights flashing. I don't think I had any traffic infractions, so he's probably not coming for me. I just got a little bit anxious. But I guess I'm alright. So, basic plan for chest is going to be, well, same as normal, some kind of heavy pressing movement. I tell you what, I haven't done incline dumbbell in fucking forever. So maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. I'm a little nervous with the incline dumbbell because I really haven't done it for like 2.5 months or so. So I'm not just gonna do that as my first movement and just jump straight up to fucking, a big amount of weight. Because, sure, I've been exposed to the amount of weight that I'll be lifting. Like, the 150s physically won't be so much weight that it's gonna hurt me. But it's just a movement I haven't done for a while. So let's say I've only done Smith machine pressing for like fucking, month and a half, 2 months straight. I kind of want to get reintroduced to incline barbell rather than just jump straight into it and potentially like fuck up a rep. Not that I really think I will, but who knows. Well, I guess the warm-up sets would be a little bit of a reacclimation. I'll figure it out once I'm in there. I'll decide what the best course of action will be. It's kind of hard to predict because I'm not in the gym yet. But today was kind of, I kind of fucked myself up today. Did not eat enough food. Because I woke up late and then I had to pack all my stuff and drive and unpack and goodness. So, yeah. Chest, heavy pressing, transitioning into probably some cable work, cable presses, maybe some cable flies, then some pec deck, and that's really all you need to do. There's no need to do, for me, I know the chest workout is pretty much going to consist of 11 total sets, not including warm-ups, for the whole workout. So I'd say about the first 6 or so is going to be heavy pressing, and then the last 5 or so is going to be, flies-ish. Some days if heavy pressing feels extra good, then I'll stay on the bench and I'll do a couple more sets. And some days if maybe my, I thought that guy was flashing his lights at me. Some days if maybe my strength isn't there, let's say I didn't get enough sleep the night before, I'm a little bit dehydrated, whatever reason, that your strength may not be, at its peak, then maybe I'll only do like 3, even just like 3 sets of heavy pressing, and then move on to more isolation, squeezing, burning sets. So really got to kind of play it by ear, and to be able to do that kind of takes a little bit of experience, just because as a beginner you don't really know what feels good. It's hard to gauge your fucking let's even just say like aptitude for any sort of specific movement, because you don't really have the experience yet to be able to differentiate like, whoa, I can seriously feel my upper chest firing when I do this incline chest press, or oh, you get what I'm saying. So if you're a beginner and you don't have like a ton of, like, if you can't really pop your pecs, right, like that's a decent sign that you got at least the beginnings of a good mind muscle connection, then just don't even fucking worry about it. Do your heavy bench, do your heavy flies, move some weight around, and get a pump. At the end of the day, that's all we're really trying to do. Move some weight around and get a pump. So, no need to overcomplicate it. Let's just get in there and fucking do it. I can say with certainty that I did not drink enough fluids today, and I did not eat enough food today. 3 plates is feeling fucking heavy. Push, push, push. Push, come on. Come on. Push, push. Fuck it, man. I've had enough of the incline bench. Uh, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I think my maximum, like, strength output is definitely, decreased, but clearly the muscle endurance is still there. I was throwing around 3 plates for what was that, 4 sets of pretty comparable rep schemes. I mean, you know, who gives a fuck about numbers? This is bodybuilding training. Your main goal should just be, at least in the beginning, as heavy as you can go for 10-ish reps. Probably no more than 15 or 16. But who gives it? Whatever. Let's move on to this incline chest press. Oh. All right, so far I've done 6 sets of movements where I've got a fucking ton of tension in the stretch position, way down here. But I'm not really getting a crazy squeeze on top. So I think I'm gonna move on to some pec deck. Fuck this pec deck. That felt good, but I want to do that one. One more here. Oh. So like I was kind of hinting at before, I want to move on to a movement where I can really emphasize the squeeze. Fuck this, man. Let's move on to flies. That feels good, but not that good. All right, so I have zero issue with doing a workout. Let's say I'm in the middle of biceps and I move on to try a set of cable curls or a seated machine curl, I have absolutely zero issue. And in fact, I encourage, if it just feels like crap, you're not really getting the squeeze you want, you're not getting the pump you want, just fucking, I mean, as long as, like, finish the set, do the set as hard as you can. But if you don't like it, move on to something else you will like, dude. For one thing, the workout's going to be more enjoyable, and you're going to get a fucking better pump. Because not only is doing a movement that feels better for you going to imply that you're getting a better contraction, you're getting a good squeeze, you're moving some fucking blood around. Not only is it just literally going to be better for the pump to do movements that feel good, but there's got to be some subconscious shit going on. I'm definitely going to be able to go harder on a set where I'm like, this feels fucking good. Compared to a set where I'm like, I don't really love this movement, right? So with that first part of the set, where I'm going up here, I don't mind kind of trying to swing it and cheat the last couple of reps. But doing those decline flies, I'm really just trying to fatigue the fucking pecs without any swing, any nothing. Just purely flexing to pull the weight down, relax to get up here and stretch them out. So chest down, I mean, if I were to honestly judge that workout purely based on subjective feeling, maybe a 7. But I'm sure the pump is going to be at least an 8.5. Who'd have thunk? We're back here. We've had some very insightful discussions in this little pose down section. Whether or not we're going to have another one right now, hard to say. Those come very spontaneously. But who gives a fuck? Let's see what we're working with under the hood. All right. Pretty decently pumped if I were to gauge it. Obviously, I mean, this is not as pumped as I've ever been, but pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Almost muscular action. So, I mean, maybe to you this pump looks the same as normal. I'm sure I don't think I've got bad body dysmorphia, but I'm sure my internal, like, scale of what a good pump is, like, it's probably such a minuscule change from this, but for me it feels like it's huge. But either way, like, let's say you were facing the same predicament as me, where you weren't really completely on your game. You're a little weak for reasons either outside of your control, perhaps school or work or whatever kind of shit you got to deal with in life. That sucks, but you got to deal with it. Or maybe your workout got compromised because of things within your control. In which case, like me today, you're a fool. Obviously, everybody's heard the fucking phrase, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So I had improper preparation today. So instead of a absolutely demonstrably incredulous, bone-chilling, spine, you get what I'm saying. Instead of an insane, out-of-this-world pump, all I had was a pretty good one. Now, a pretty good one is so much fucking better than none at all. I could definitely foresee, honestly, probably a substantial percentage of you guys. Let's say you had to travel one day, or you're going on vacation, or you're fucking doing XYZ. I could foresee that it probably wouldn't be too difficult for you to convince yourself, okay, yeah, fuck it, I've been pretty consistent in the gym, let's take a week off. I'm gonna be kind of busy today, fuck it. Now, I mean, if that's just your fucking prerogative, do whatever you want. But if you know in your mind that you wish you would have gone, then it's just going to feel so much better to be able to get in the car when you're done, sit down and go, oh, all right, I'm fucking exhausted, but I did it. That's going to feel fucking insanely better than having to wake up the next morning and be like, ah, shit, I slacked off today. Now, obviously, I'm not a Jocko Willink, insane motivational guy. You know, I'm not going to make my bed every morning. Clearly, I don't do my laundry on a consistent basis. But in the specific field of lifting, I find that, I mean, the harder you go at it, the better results you're going to get. And obviously, if I want good results, what do you think I'm going to do? So let's get in the fucking car and slam the cluster dextrin shake. I actually made it this time. All right, so I was in there for way too fucking long post-workout. It was good though. I was talking to Nathan. We were just shooting shit, chatting. So slam the freaking post-workout. Oh my god, the windshield wiper fluid did not make my windshield any cleaner. It's actually much worse now. Cluster dextrin shake. Yeah, I can't fucking see shit. So let's go home. Let's go back to the freaking crib. Basic plan. Eat some food. I'm not, I don't know, it is fucking late at this point. It's literally fucking 2 o'clock. We're in there talking for like literally a fucking hour and a half. Almost 2. And it was already a late lift to begin with. That's fucked. So I gotta, before Monday, I need to become a, what the fuck is that? There's a cat running around on the road. Whatever. So before Monday, when classes start, I need to become someone who actually wakes up at 7 o'clock and goes to bed around 10 p.m. I want some fucking sleep because I've really been slacking. Well, not so much as of late since I haven't had to wake up for anything. So, you know, I'd go to bed at 1 or 2, but wake up at 11. It's been working out perfectly, but now my last little break from the summer job in between when classes start for school, you know, I'm kind of in like the calm before the storm, as it were. You know, I've got a couple more days to enjoy minimal responsibility before I have to actually start doing shit. And the last thing I want to do is, you know, how my schedule is set up is I've got a fucking ton of classes on Tuesday and Thursday, and then like just a couple for the rest of the days of the week. So the absolute last thing I want to do is get like fucking 4 or 5 hours of sleep on one of those days where I've got class all day, because I'm just so fucking out of it if I don't get enough sleep. Oh, it's the worst. Quality of life. The amount of fucking sleep you get will play a non-negligible role. It will fucking play a big ass role. And going from probably 6 hours of sleep, which I'm sure a ton of you are getting, to 8 hours on a consistent basis, you're just gonna fucking feel good. But you know, we're all fucking so dopamine dependent. It's fucking hard. It's hard to put your phone down. I'm not saying that from like a perspective of someone that does it either, man. I get caught in the TikTok death trap just like you. But I definitely know that I'll feel better the next day with a bit more sleep. You know, I want to get into that REM level ASAP. It's, I don't know. I've done melatonin before. I don't know if it really helps me. Like, maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again. I haven't done it for a long time, and it's not like I don't. It's not like I can't fall asleep, even after. I mean, literally an hour. Let's say I had I've done lifts in the basement. So at my actual house, I've got a gym in the basement. So I've done lifts where I took the pre, lifted for an hour, showered, ate like a little meal or like a shake, whatever, and went straight to bed. So even with the caffeine, I can still fall asleep. Now, whether that's a good thing or not, it's a completely different thing to reference. But I definitely think that the melatonin made me sleep better. Maybe sleep deeper. I'm not really sure. What the night trash guys are collecting. So let's be careful here. But yeah, maybe I'll throw the melatonin back in the mix. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Alright, I think I'm good. I don't think he can see me waving at him. But yeah, maybe melatonin will go back in the system. If you cannot fall asleep, maybe try it out. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the exact science of it or anything. But whatever. I don't know what really got me on that sleep tangent. But chest. Oh yeah, let's get back to the chest workout. I'm totally. It's like hours after. It's literally 2 hours after the chest workout was done. I'm like completely out of the chest mindset. That was a good lift. I mean, that was a. I'm certainly satisfied to put that lift under the belt, even though it wasn't like my craziest. Just because, you know, maybe not every fucking lift is going to be your craziest. You know, sometimes shit just isn't going to be perfectly set up. You're not going to be perfectly prepared. But if you only go to if you only actually go to the gym on a consistent basis, based upon whether or not you feel absolutely perfectly prepared and everything is like in order, well, then you're not going to make any fucking progress, you know? It's fucking easy to get a good workout when you feel like it. It's easy to go hard when every movement is like, oh, this is sick. Yeah. So, for the lifter who's trying to make progress, right, he's probably going to want to align his day and his lifestyle around lifting such that he gets good enough sleep, he stays well hydrated, he's got enough electrolytes floating around his system, and he's well fed. As long as those 4 metrics are met, you're probably going to be fucking good to train in a bulking, cutting, maintaining, any kind of context. Even like fucking athletic. Let's say you're a high school dude, you got sports, maybe you're about to start playing football. Fucking make sure you drink enough water every day, you do your electrolytes. You know, you eat definitely eat your protein, fucking 1 gram per pound of body weight. And then that's pretty much the main shit. You should be able to go pretty fucking hard. So, if some of that shit isn't met, is that going to deter you from going in to do your lift? Right? When the going gets tough, exactly, you see what I'm saying? Right? So, there's I kind of find that, well, I think for me to say anything motivational like that, it just feels really cheesy. But a lot of those old sayings and random shit like that, it's got a ton of validity if you actually kind of read into it. Because it just sounds like whatever kind of motivational speech, whatever, if you're just listening to the words. But when you kind of apply it to your own situation, or to an actual situation you've been in, you can sort of actually internalize the meaning, right? So everybody hears when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And everybody's heard that shit before a billion times. As a kid playing, little league soccer. I used to do that. I don't remember what the league was called. I'm talking like little kid, But let's think about this, man. You just fucking finished a whole ass day of studying. You had 2 exams. Maybe you didn't really drink enough fucking water, and maybe you didn't really get enough sleep. Are you gonna go lift? Or are you gonna fucking say, fuck it? Now, I'm not saying that lifting in a compromised state is always going to be the best scenario. Let's say for whatever reason, be it my fault, someone else's fault, like just situational, whatever, travel, I don't even know. Let's say for whatever reason, I got 0 sleep tonight. Like I go home and I literally could not get any sleep. Would it be in my best interest to do another lift tomorrow? Maybe not. My body would be in a pretty stressed state. I would probably just want to emphasize staying well hydrated and eating my food and then just getting well rested the night after so I can train hard the following day. But then look at it from like a mental toughness situation. You're kind of proving to yourself, like, all right, how bad do I want it? By going in when, what's the word? Oh, I'm trying to think of a phrase right now. Holy fuck, I can't remember it. When the something's in your favor. Oh yeah. How bad do you fucking want it when the odds aren't in your favor? Something to think about. Even when I was a fucking beginner lifter, literally year or two in, when I had that little basement gym, I'm a known procrastinator when it comes to academics. So in high school, I would have nights where I had a fucking ton of shit due the next day. And of course, I didn't do it like a normal, responsible dude, like do a little bit of work every day for a little while, or maybe just do it before. I was more of a do it then last minute kind of guy. So that's kind of a little problem with me. But I would get back from like the diving practice I was doing at the time, and then start spamming whatever random essay on something I don't even remember, and I would probably finish all that homework or something at 1 o'clock. And 1 o'clock on a school night, you gotta wake up at 6 the next morning. I still haven't hit chest, right? So I still fucking got up. I've got the texts. I've talked about this before, but I think it's kind of funny. I've got the texts of my dad telling me to stop banging the weights around because their bedroom is right above where the gym was. But even back then, I was always kind of focused on the training. So again, I'm not saying that that's the best case scenario in terms of progress, but in terms of your mental toughness and fortitude, right? Going hard when you don't feel like it, that's the pinnacle of progress. So, something to think about. Something to freaking think about. The plan for me now is to go home and eat, I don't know what I want to eat. Actually, I do. I'm going to eat some ramen for sure. That's all I can say for sure. I'm not really completely certain what I'll eat other than that. But I'll see. I got a bunch of donuts too. Maybe I'll break into those. But tomorrow is going to be back and buys. I'm sure it will be a freaky pump. And especially because I don't have to wake up in the morning for anything, I'm going to get a good night's rest. Make sure I eat a considerable amount of carbs and drink a large amount of fluids before training. Now, obviously, that eating and drinking is going to be done after the cardio. First thing on the agenda is to get cardio out of the fucking way. Which I know you guys, especially with now that you're starting to get some more fucking responsibility and your schedules are probably tightening up because you're going to school. You're not just living at home and eating your parents' food. That's one thing I always love about being home. But yeah, it's if your schedule's starting to constrict, so you probably weren't doing your cardio before, and you probably definitely aren't doing it now. If you want to limit your own gains, I guess do whatever the fuck you want. But you can be pretty sure that on a near daily basis, sometimes I miss it, or sometimes I wake up too late or whatever, but on a pretty much nearly daily basis, I'm getting my 30 minutes of cardio done in the morning. So don't forget it. that's pretty much all I got. I think I'm gonna check out some new gyms in the coming days, just to see what I kind of want to do, because I like changing it up. So I'm not gonna say I get tired of the same gym over and over. I mean, if you go back to the early, like the first 100 bulks, all of those lifts. Well, maybe not all, but most of them were at that gym that I was just at today. But, if I've got access, it is kind of fun. I do like the change of scenery. And then I get to see different people, too. So, keep an eye out for, wherever the fuck I end up popping up. So, like I was saying, that's all I got. I'll fucking see you next time, God damn it.